Alright, so right now we're at E minor pentatonic, and it'll be form number 2, the second one down there, okay? Right there. So if you look at your tabs there, or the notes, the fingerings are right next to every note, which is right above the tab line. You'll see that you start on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then you play the 5th fret on the 6th string, then the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 5th fret 5th string, 2nd fret 4th string, 5th fret 4th string, 2nd fret 3rd string, then here's switches 4th fret 3rd string, then your finger's going to move up. Notice this, it goes, and then the next string you're going to move your index finger to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You have to shift up a fret. Then you're going to play the 5th fret of the 2nd string, then the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and finally the 5th fret of the 1st string. Okay, so your whole scale looks like this. I'm playing slow because of the lag. Shift up a fret. Okay? And when you're soloing in the blues, like I told you last week, whichever key it is, you want to do the same thing. And right now we're in E blues, and we're using the E minor pentatonic scale. So you want to focus on the E notes, and you want to find those notes, you know. And I understand everybody doesn't know every note on the guitar and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But I'll tell you where the 2 E notes are in the scale are the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Again, it's the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And those are your magic notes. Okay? And just like I told you guys last week, you want to focus on just playing a couple notes at first. And I always recommend to start with the highest string in your scale and just soloing with that, you know. And so this one, we're just going to use these first 2 notes. And we don't have an E note right now, so we're going to have to make do without an E note. But I'll just do for a second and show you guys what I'm talking about with that. Same MP3 file you guys have. Open string. And that one's a little harder to make sense of with only using the 1st string because you don't have an E note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those first 2, or the highest 2 notes, the 3rd fret and 5th fret of that string, and we're just going to add in the 2nd fret, the 2nd string, 5th fret for the E note. Okay? So we're going to have, and this note, just so you guys know, this 5th fret of the 2nd string is the same thing as your 1st string open. So you can use a 1st string open, or you can use this. But I recommend using the fingered note in the scale so that you get your hands used to it. Okay? The example again. Just think of something real simple. Like, think of a story. Like, I went to the park. Yeah, the other day I went. And then I started going, you know, using a little bit more, so you know. And this one's really cool. I learned this from a blues guy back east, near Cleveland, Ohio. I used to live there, and the second position is one that a lot of blues guys use. And he referred to this part of the scale is the crown, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, and it's just like a symmetrical thing. So if you see on this string, you use the 5th fret, 3rd fret, then you go backwards playing the scale, 5th fret, 3rd fret, then here's our shift. Then we're going to play the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So these two strings look like this, and then the 3rd string, you have the 4th fret, which is right in the middle. And the nice thing about these 5 notes is they fall under your fingers really well, and you can do a lot, and you can really play it out on those with that little shape there. So I'll do that for you. Remember, your E note is the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Always fall back to that.